Thank you.
We're here because we posted a podcast kind of teaser. A teaser is like, hey, this is something we're interested in doing. And a lot of people watched, a lot of people were interested,
Yes.
and a lot of people want to know more about you. So hold on one second. I know you have a lot to say.
Yes.
Today, you've decided, though, you want to talk about yourself by referencing a movie, right?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you start there? Explain what movie you want to talk about and what we're going to do when we talk about you.
When I was a junior in high school, that was 2015, and that movie was Inside Out. That once.
So, when you watched Inside Out, you started learning about emotions.
Yes.
You were a junior in high school and you probably needed to learn how to do some stuff in a different way.
Yeah.
And Inside Out taught you some of that.
Yes.
Is that you didn't really learn about emotions very much just by going to high school and having friends,
Yes.
but the movie helped you.
Yes.
You've talked to me before about something called cinema therapy too.
Oh, yes. So what that is, it's created by a licensed therapist who is also a psychologist. And his name is Jonathan Decker, and is a film producer named Alan Seawright. And what they do is amazing. What they do is that they take a movie and they pick a character to explain the character's mental health. They have a lot of episodes for their career. They started 2020, right when COVID hit.
That's huge. And so that was important to you to learn about something called cinema therapy because just like the Inside Out movies, it taught you more about emotions and mental health and that everyone's working on something.
Yes,
You're a really visual learner. Like you learn from stuff when it's put together visually, don't
yes,
you? And we yesterday made a picture kind of planning for this about the idea of sense of self, right?
yes,
Although we plan a lot of stuff, but you do a great job of remembering all the things that matter to you.
yes. I always get my stuff ready before. So when I get my stuff ready before, you don't have to do it in the morning.
That helps you.
Yes.
So let's go back to Inside Out really quick because I have a question for you.
Okay.
In that movie, movie number one and movie number two, they
Yes.
talked about fight and flight,
Yes.
fight or flight. And
Yeah.
you learned about that and you think about that a lot, right? Can you explain that a little bit?
So, so what I think to myself is many different ways. I could think to myself, fight or fight or meditate.
Yeah, try to even yourself out.
Yes.
Was there a time when you were younger, maybe? Because you're not that young anymore, right? You're
So
26 years old now. But
yes.
did you used to kind of live in fight or flight?
So to balance your inner self is to talk to your inner self. So the first thing is my brother, his name is Ben. He's a doctor, he lives in Denver, and I'm proud of him for being a doctor and helping people, making sure that most people don't get sick. And my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law is volunteer for a church. My brother-in-law and my sister have a business, and that business is a band that they have. It's called The Making. And I'm so proud of my sister ever since 2009, I started singing.
Awesome. So family is a huge part of who helps make your sense of self up.
Yes,
Friends? What about friends?
yeah, friends, anything. It could be Luke Bryan, it could be Judge McCoffrey, it can be anybody.
You have a lot of people that you follow and look up to, and you watch what it is that they do, and you try to be like them. You
Yes.
try to be respectful and responsible like they are as well, right?
Well, what I learned is sometimes you don't want to compare ourselves to others.
Oh, this is a good point, and we talk about that sometimes too, because it's hard to not want to compare yourselves to others. Everyone does that, and it's okay to compare a little bit, but to not be mad at yourself though if you're not being like someone else.
Yeah, this is where other people who are like me with disabilities or if it's a mental health problem, and they struggle with fight or flight because it's hard for them to compare themselves to themselves. But we always want to care for them and support them. That's why we want to love them forever.
We talked about your job. You've always had a job after you had went to high school, then you went to college for a little bit of time, and then after that you got a job. And you've had a whole bunch of stuff that you've done in sports, but we'll probably talk about that at another podcast, right?
Yeah.
And you work out a lot, but you also like to volunteer. You like to help people. So talk about that. Why do you like to help people? Why do you like to volunteer?
So the reason why, because I see many sad things around Millwood, Michigan sometimes. I would love to help support people in my hometown that need help. Wednesdays I work out and I come back and I go to work. So I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the community center. And my volunteer job is on Fridays, and that's cultivate.
Cultivate it.
And
People will want to
at
know.
the Mellon Mall, and they have coffee, they have tea, they have hot chocolate, they have snacks, they have anything just clear and hang out. And I'm I'm there on Fridays, and what my job is and I check the list of people that come in, and that's my main job.
We talked about you. We talked about how you work on your mental health and how you keep learning about emotions through movies a lot of the time. You like to watch things to teach you more about how to be a better human, right? Be a better Luke. Inside Out 1 and Inside Out 2 are something that you watch a lot.
Yes,
And we talked about your sense of self a lot today. I think there's so much more that we could talk about you, but some of that might have to be in a different pod. So after today, I think we did a great job of talking about sense of self. I think we did a good job about giving people a little bit more information about who Luke Drumright is, right?
yes.
The idea behind 321 What's Your Story, though, is we want to share some stuff about you, but you really want to share other people's stories.
Yeah, thank you. So, 3, 2, 1. What is your story? Also supporting MCTV. 3, 2, 1. What is the story? Signing off. Bye.